The first time I saw them, I thought I was hallucinating. One moment, I was piloting the Vanguard, a standard reconnaissance ship on a routine survey of the Epsilon 6 system. The next, a fleet of alien vessels, sleek and dark as obsidian, emerged from the void like predators circling their prey. Before I could radio for backup, a blinding beam engulfed my ship, tearing me from the controls and hurling me into unconsciousness. I woke in a chamber that defied logic. The walls shimmered with an iridescent glow, pulsating as if alive. The air smelled faintly metallic, but not unpleasantly so. Shapes moved along the periphery, their forms both humanoid and insectoid, long limbs folded with precision, faces hidden behind multifaceted eyes that reflected my panic back at me. I was a prisoner, but not one in chains. The alien technology seemed designed to restrain the mind more than the body. Footsteps, or what I assumed were footsteps, echoed through the chamber. Then she appeared, the alien queen. She was magnificent, a terrifying blend of elegance and lethality. Her exoskeleton gleamed with shades of violet and gold, wings folded behind her like a cloak. Her eyes, dozens of them layered across her head, scanned me with an intensity that pierced my thoughts. Yet when she spoke, her voice was smooth, almost musical. "You are unlike any human I have encountered," she said. I swallowed hard, trying to steady my voice. "I'm just a scout. I didn't mean to intrude." Her mandibles clicked thoughtfully. Intrusion? Perhaps. Or perhaps destiny. She extended a limb, delicate yet impossibly strong, and touched a panel. Instantly, the chamber's walls projected images. Earth, my home, my family, and the ship's I'd served aboard. She was studying me, not just observing, but learning my life in its entirety. "You're aware of what humans fear most?" she asked. I hesitated. Death, extinction, the unknown. She tilted her head. "And yet, you face it daily in your explorations. Curiosity drives you forward, even into my grasp." For hours, I think it was hours, time seemed warped. I was questioned, tested, and observed. My mind was probed in ways I could barely comprehend. I felt vulnerable and exposed, as if she could see every memory and secret I had buried. And yet, there was no malice, only calculation. Then came the offer. "I could end your life," she said, "and erase your species' potential knowledge of our existence. Or," she paused, allowing the word to hang like a weight in the air, "I could make you more than human." My heart raced. More than human? I asked, unsure whether to be terrified or hopeful. "Yes." Integration. Her wings shimmered, scattering light like broken prisms. "You could serve beside me, gain abilities beyond your species' natural limits. You would see what no human has ever seen, understand what no human has ever comprehended. But you would belong to me and to them." I swallowed, weighing the gravity of her proposition. A part of me, the part trained to survive, screamed to refuse. Another part, the part that had always dreamed of touching the stars, hungered for the chance to experience what she promised. "And if I refuse?" I asked cautiously. "Then you return to your world. You forget this encounter, or you do not live to share it." The silence was unbearable. I felt the weight of her gaze like a physical force. I had never felt so small, yet so aware of the universe's vastness. I began, but hesitation froze me. "I need to know what I would become." She approached, her limbs fluid, almost hypnotic. "You would carry a portion of our essence. Your senses would expand beyond comprehension. Pain would be redefined. Your mind would be able to process knowledge instantaneously. You would be neither entirely human nor entirely alien. You would be a bridge." A bridge. The concept struck me with both awe and terror. I had spent my life charting new worlds, seeking answers. Now, an answer was being offered directly to me, but at a cost I could scarcely fathom. "I will need time," I whispered. She considered me, her eyes narrowing. Then slowly she stepped back. "Time is a human concept. Yet I will allow it for now." Days, or maybe weeks, passed in the chamber. Food was provided, though it tasted foreign. Sleep was optional, but dreams came unbidden. Visions of galaxies I had never seen, of civilizations rising and falling in the blink of an eye, and of a consciousness vast and endless, like the Queen herself. During this time, I learned more about her species, the Thalirians. They were conquerors, yes, but not mindless ones. Their empire spanned hundreds of star systems, maintained not through oppression but through alliances, trade, and selective integration. They sought to elevate other species, to fold them into their collective knowledge. I realized that her offer wasn't cruelty. It was opportunity and danger. I tested her patience, asking questions no human would dare ask. "If I join you, do I remain myself?" "You will remain a version of yourself, but your mind will expand. Your fears will change. Your loyalties may evolve." And then, unexpectedly, she allowed me a private audience outside the chamber. We walked through her palace, a cathedral of light and bioorganic architecture, suspended in zero gravity. Entire oceans flowed overhead, luminous creatures darting through the currents as if swimming in air. It was breathtaking, terrifying, and intoxicating all at once. Finally, she stopped at a balcony that overlooked a war room. Entire star systems were displayed in holographic form, their politics, economies, and conflicts laid bare. "See this?" she asked. "I could give you understanding of such complexity. You could influence events that shape galaxies. You could," her voice softened, almost humanly, "protect your species in ways no human could ever imagine." The choice crystallized before me. Power, knowledge, survival, and yet chains if not of metal, then of duty and loyalty. That night, I couldn't sleep. I wandered the palace halls, tracing patterns in the walls, watching her attendants move in synchronized elegance. I realized she had been watching me, not as a prisoner, but as a potential partner. By dawn, I had made my decision. I returned to her chamber, heart pounding. "I accept," I said. Her response was immediate, a sudden burst of light, the chamber dissolving into sensation. My body and mind convulsed with alien energy, reshaping, expanding, awakening dormant abilities I didn't know I possessed. Pain struck, yes, but it was pain refined into understanding. Fear transformed into clarity. When I finally stabilized, I looked at her. She smiled, not a human smile, but something that conveyed satisfaction, respect, and curiosity all at once. "You are changed," she said, "and yet you are still you. Tell me, human, what do you feel?" I considered it. I felt awe. I felt connection. I felt power and responsibility intertwined. And strangely, I felt freedom. "I feel limitless," I admitted. She extended a limb toward me, and I took it. In that grasp, I understood the weight of her empire, the fragility of my species, and the immense potential that lay ahead. I was no longer merely a human scout. I was a bridge, a sentinel, a witness to the universe in ways few could imagine. "You will not be alone," she said. "Others will come. Some will accept. Some will refuse. But your journey begins now." And with that, I stepped forward, into the unknown, yet certain that I had chosen a path that would forever change the fate of humanity. Because sometimes being captured isn't the end. Sometimes it's an invitation. The final shot would show me standing at the edge of the Queen's palace, wings of light unfurling behind me, gazing into the cosmos. Stars swirl as if acknowledging my presence. A voiceover echoes. I was captured, but the offer I accepted wasn't a cage. It was a key to knowledge, to power, and to a destiny that spans galaxies. And I chose to take it. The screen fades to black, leaving viewers with a sense of awe, wonder, and the lingering question, what would you have chosen?